Okay, so today we continue with our class of Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Believe it or not. Okay. So we start with Sefer Chofetz Chaim. We're on page 202, and topic is shifting the blame. Okay. Yet another situation where negative speech may be in order to where one is a victim of false accusation, I'm saying, and wishes to divulge the identity of the real culprit to vindicate himself. Whether or not this is permissible depends on the nature of the crime. Okay, so it's very interesting. Before we continue, it's very interesting scenario. So somebody, right? There was damage done to somebody, to his property, let's say, right? And he said that it was me, but it was not me, right? So he saw me maybe passing his car, and then he saw the scratch. But I actually saw the little boy who scratched with a nail his car, right? So the question is if I'm allowed to say that it was somebody else. Okay, that's the question. So it was not me. If the crime is of the type that would halakhically require the observer to inform either the victim or others of culprit's identity, he should do so. I mean, if maybe somebody beat up somebody, like some serious crime, basically. If there is no constructive purpose in revealing the culprit identity, other than to vindicate oneself, it would be forbidden for accused to name the culprit. The accused should be declared his innocence and refrain from incriminating anyone else. So, I mean, maybe it's a little boy and parents are very poor. They would not be able to pay anyway the damages. That's it. So, I mean, if he's going to name that boy, right? So besides the hatred, nothing is going to happen from this.
Rabbi.
Yes.
This apply also to, let's say, the boy who actually did it is under 13.
Yes. I mean, his parents are responsible, I think. You understand? So.
Oh, actually, since you mentioned that, let's say a boy is over 13. Let's say he's 13, 14, right? So now, because let's say he's 6, right? The teacher is gonna think, okay, it's not his to blame. Let's say she's gonna think it's the parents to blame, right? Let's say, but when he's 13, 14, he's gonna think it's him and the parents. So are we supposed to be more stringent at the age of 13 versus the age of 6 in regards to how we speak?
Actually, I'm not sure if I remember halacha correctly. So the parents are responsible, I think, for him only until 5 or 6 years old. So after that time is a matter of courtesy. So this is my son. It's not. I'm not obligated to pay, but I wanted to just for the sake of peace. I don't remember the age, but it's very early age, basically. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of the halachos we have, for example, let's say 5, 6. Let's say he's 8 now, so he's in the middle. Is he considered your brother in mitzvahs? Because a lot of halachos apply only to your brother in mitzvahs.
No. He's not obligated to mitzvahs. He's obligated about 0 mitzvahs. You understand? So we have obligation to train him. So when he's going to come in age, when he's going to be 13, like some people, right? Not some secular people, right? Or semi whatever religious people. So they train this boy how to put tefillin, but like the first night he has obligated to pray with a minyan. The first night he's obligated to say all of the blessing. He has to say blessing before bed, the Shema before bed. Yeah. You understand? So in order for him not to be like a crazy, like overwhelming experience, we start when he's 5 or 6 years old, when he has some brain, 7, let's say, right? Not such an advanced guy. So 7, but by the time of 13, he's been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years now, like whatever, right? So it's fine. It's almost nothing new for him.
So technically, let's say the Gomorrah, the Torah was given Has v'Shalom to the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, okay? Or they're very to the line. So let's say 8, 9 years old. He's not considered my brother in mitzvahs. Do I get an avera by speaking Lashon Hara about him or no?
They say yes because you can hurt his feelings. You see, in our morning class, we go actually through all of the positive and negative mitzvahs, and today we finished the curses. So 3 curses, I think it's 14 negative and 7 positive, if I remember correct. Maybe I'm mistaken. So I think altogether to 21. Maybe I'm mistaken. You understand? So one of them is not to embarrass somebody. So maybe he didn't get the mitzvah like other ways, but embarrass a person for sure. It doesn't matter how old is he, right? And the problem is this little boy. It's bigger than with a doll. He's 7 feet tall, 400 pounds father who can knock you down, right? So what is the problem? This boy cannot forgive you. He cannot forgive you until he's 13 years old. You understand? Even he said, no problem, forgive me. He has no right to. He cannot acquire things, and he cannot forgive things. So it's a big problem. So now this person who offended this boy has to wait until he turns 13, right? I don't know, time it, clock it, I don't know, what I would keep track of this boy. And when he's 13, he has to come back and ask him forgiveness. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Adult, okay, you give him, I don't know, the gift. You give him a gift card to, I don't know, like Visa for $250. He's happy. Okay, whatever you did to me, I'm fine. You take him to a restaurant. You send him a basket of food or something like. Okay, he forgives. But this little boy, even if he wants, he cannot. That's the problem. So don't talk bad about children. Okay, so continue. In a situation where only 2 people are possible suspects, which means the denial of the part of one is tantamount to an accusation or against the other, it is permissible to deny the charges provided that the act committed was indeed improper. So basically, even it was you and somebody else standing there, and something happened. So basically, that person did. So that guy, the victim, came to you and he said, "Did you do it?" I said, "I did not do it." The second guy, the ruined it. No, I don't know. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. That's it. So I mean, what can you do? However, if the alleged offense was, in fact, an innocent statement or action, the accused should not deny it. Right? Denial would implicate the person who is in this case guilty of no real crime. So maybe somebody said something. Okay, so let's see. The Midas Hasidus, measure of piety, accept the blame in all cases. Is Midas Hasidus, not obligatory to accept the case of guilt. Just one second. Blame in all cases, unless reveal an identity of the guilty party. So constructive purpose. Maybe that boy is, that person is going to stop. Right? He's doing it in our neighborhood for a long time. So also, one should not accept the blame for an act which reflects badly on a community. So now they would think bad about the Jews or this kind of Jews, that kind of Jews. That's the problem, right? Just one second. Yeah.
So what's it called? Let's say, why aren't I allowed to say, let's say they think it's me unless I tell it's the other person, right? My blood is redder than his, and he actually did the crime, so let me give it on him.
No, but it would be Lashon Hara about that person. So they say I did not do it. So I give you this example. I think we will learn this. Let me finish just one line, and we're going to do an example. Or on observant Jew. So if there was not some non-Jew, and this observant Jew, so you're not allowed to take blame on you. You understand? I mean, they would think bad about the Jews. Observant Jew is in general, right? As it would constitute the Hil Hashem, disgrace of God's name. Okay, so we stop here. So I give you this example. When we just crossed to the land of Israel with Yehoshua, so Moshe died. Yehoshua brought us to the land, and I think it was the city of Ai, I think, or Yericho. I think it's city of I. Some maybe it's different city. So there was a battle, and they basically we killed everybody and took and Yeshua said, "Do not take the idols." Right. And the next battle, people died and they lost. The Jews lost. So it's like something wrong. And he was praying to Hashem and said, "What's going on?" And Hashem said, "Yeah, one of you took something from the spoils of the war." So and Yeshua said, "Who did it? Tell me who did it." Hashem said, "I'm not going to tell you." So Yeshua has to cast lots, right? On what from what tribe? So he cast lots. Okay, so he found out which tribe, what family, what sub-family, and then he found out it was this guy Ahab, basically. But Hashem said, "I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to be the moister, the one who brings the victims, right?" So same as us. I mean, there are a few people say, "I did not do it."
So I have a question for you then. Let's say there's an Adam Gadol, okay? And has for Sholem, he's getting framed for a crime that was done by another person, right? And he knows who this person was. And this guy's, this rabbi's Torah, he gives the psak to all of Am Yisrael pretty much, right? So if he doesn't say anything, they're putting him in jail and he can't write any more psak. Is he allowed to say who it is?
But he can say, "I did not do it."
Uh-huh.
I didn't do it. Why should I'm not working for you. Just go look for somebody who did it.
Right.
But you see, in a civil law, it's not so simple, right? So if you know the information and you withheld this information from police, they can prosecute you. Simple, right? I think it's like maybe 3 or 5 years in prison. It's a serious sentence, just for not telling the information to police, right? So it's a serious sentence, but there, I don't know. You see, Hashem protects these people with very serious protection. Like he protected the Yitzchak from this Esau, in order not to eat not kosher. So he's going to protect them. That's what he does. Okay, continue. Any other question?
One more thing. Okay. So I read something in the Chofetz Chaim. Do you want me to say it now or after at the end of class?
Let's do it at the end.
Got it.
Okay, so all right. So just to remind us, last time we started the laws of Tachanun. Okay, and then so it's a Siman 22. So we will learn in this book. It's Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. So it's Siman 22 and Steve number 4. So Halach number 4. So it says, falling on the face is only done only in place that has Sefer Torah. Okay. So let me read the commentary. Rakeach finds scriptural allusion to this law in the fact that Yeshua prayed while fallen upon his face at the Ark of Hashem. Okay, here we go. Yeshua after defeat at Ai. Oh, that's our story. It's unbelievable. That's what we call Hashgacha protest. In the commentary, they have a story that I just said. Okay, it's a city of Ai. Okay, exactly. All right. So just to remind us, right? What is fallen on the face? So you actually fall on your hand, right? So you, for example, and during the shacharis, we said we fall on the right hand, right? On the right hand, not on the arm, on the hand, right? So and it has to be covered. So that tells you right away, don't wear short sleeve to the synagogue. And during the mincha, we fall on the left hand, right? So it's proper to fall in the left hand, right? But since we have tefillin on our left arm, right? So we cannot fall due to the respect of tefillin. So we do on the right hand in shacharis and left hand during the mincha. Okay, that's summary. So continue. Okay, so and the next thing we said, only if it has Sefer Torah. Sefer Torah. However, the place in which there is no Sefer Torah, even though there are other holy books there, people do not say Tachanun while falling on the faces in such a place. Okay, so let me read the commentary. The custom of city of Yerushalayim is to fall on one's face during Tachanun, even a place that has no Sefer Torah scroll. This is due to the exalted holiness of Yerushalayim, the place of Beis HaMikdash. Igras Moshe Yeravdeh. Right, this is the custom that applies to anyone, including visitors, when they pray in Yerushalayim. So that's amazing thing, right? So basically, all of us, when wherever we are, only if there is Sefer Torah, it could be in somebody's house. Like if you pray in somebody's house, he has Sefer Torah. Some people have in the basement or whatever. He does the shul there. Okay, so you fall on your face, meaning like this. And in Yerushalayim, in the old city of Yerushalayim, we don't say the whole Yerushalayim. There are many like new neighborhoods, huge neighborhoods around the old city, but it's not what we're talking about.
Rabbi, question: are we saying this applies even if there are no like printed holy books there, like no nothing?
Yeah. They say the holiness of the place around the Beis HaMikdash. That's it. No holy books. You went there, I don't know, for some kind of celebration. So this still says Tachanun. Okay. Rather, the psalm is recited without falling on the face. Okay, you just see it normally, right? So Tehillim chapter 6, which is the basic text of Tachanun prayer. Okay. Continue. However, when praying in the antechamber of the synagogue, and the door to the synagogue is open, it is considered as though the Sefer Torah present where he is praying. They say, or in a courtyard, antechamber of the synagogue, the courtyard, and one can see the Holy Ark. Okay, so basically, if you have few minyanim, right? Let's say you went out of the synagogue and you see the Holy Ark. So you can say it's like, even though technically, according to many other halachas, you're going to be considered in a different room, but according to this halacha, you're actually in the same room. Israel, you want to ask?
Yeah. Before continuing, why does the Tachanun restarted after the end of Hanukkah?
Why did we start after the end of Hanukkah?
Yes, because I received a notification from the app that it said Tachanun is restarted. Like
I mean, that's okay. When I will tell you like opposite. When we don't say it's a not normal way. So most of the year we say the Tachanun. So that the only days when we don't have during the holidays. Shabbos, like intermediate days before holidays, Friday afternoon in Mincha we don't say, like Mincha before holidays we don't say, even though it's a regular day, but we don't say, and I think on the nights of Av we don't say, but there are like not too many days that we don't say. Most of the time we do say, so that's why. As soon as holiday is over, Hanukkah is over, so you start with the Tachanun. So basically, the next morning we start with Tachanun.
Rabbi, 9th of Av, we don't say Tachanun, but the whole day is basically supposed to be a Tachanun.
Exactly. But you say Kinos, you have all of this thing. Yeah, so it's much more than Tachanun. Because so since David asked this question, so 9th of Av is called the holiday. Beezrat Hashem, when the Mashiach is going to come, he is going to rebuild this Beis HaMikdash. It's going to be a holiday, Beezrat Hashem. That's why there is some aspects of the holidays in the 9th of Av. Even though we're mourning, but we know that it's going to be holiday, Beezrat Hashem, very soon. Okay, next halacha number 5. When praying in the house of a mourning, or in a house of deceased, even when no mourner is present, Tachanun is not recited for the 7 days of mourning. Okay, so let's try to understand. So when praying in the house of the mourning, so we have this tradition when somebody lost a close person, right, from his family, let's say a person lost his father who was 120 years old, right? So he's supposed to sit Shiva in that house. He can sit Shiva basically in his house, but okay, let's say he sits Shiva, it's Shiva meaning 7, right? 7 days in that house. And people come to his house and they pray, all of the daily prayers, right? So they can bring Sefer Torah and stuff like that. So, okay, so now we say that in a house of this mourner or in a house of deceased, right? So meaning there is no mourner, but we came after the funeral, we came to that house when this person used to live. Meaning what? That he does not have anybody in his close family circle who is obligated to mourn for him. Right? I would give example like grandchildren or his uncle, right? They're not obligated to mourn for him. Yeah, go ahead.
So since you named 2 things, the first thing is the house of the deceased. Are there more stringent halachos to it than the house of a mourner, or no?
No. Looks like we don't go to that halachos, but based on this halacha, it's the same. Concerning this Tachanun.
And the second thing is, I was wondering, since grandchildren are considered like children, why don't they have to mourn?
In some sense, you see, when in a Chumash, you're right, 100%. Sometimes it says my children, but Rashi would say no, it's not children, it's grandchildren. What are you talking? But that it is true, but here it's not. So there are only 7 close relatives: lo aleinu, lo lachem, not on us, not on our family. So a person has to mourn for. It's for spouse, right? 1 for a brother and sister. So it's 3. Mother and father. It's 4 and 5. And why is there 7? Brother, sister. Son and daughter. Sorry, exactly 7.
And last thing, is a great grandfather allowed to touch his great granddaughter? Since it's not.
Yes, yeah. It's very. I think no. And how do we know that? We've learned from Rabbi Eliashiv, right? So he had Baruch Hashem very extended family, and they asked him. So he attended all of the brisim. He's an elderly person. They bring to him and stuff like that. So they asked him to do a brisim of his great grandson. So it's 3 generations removed, 4 generations. So he said no. So they were shocked, why not? Because he said there is no connection. I don't feel any longer that we are related. Grandchildren, for sure. Great-grandchildren, not as much, but yes. But after that, that's it. There's no more connection. Spiritual, okay? So continue. Okay, so continue. When praying in the house of the mourner or in the house of deceased, as we just explained, it's not always the same. Okay, but the purpose of people gathering there is the same, I would say. Even when no mourner is present, as we just explained, which is possible, Tachanun is not recited for 7 days of mourning. Commentary. According to Kabbalistic teachings, Tachanun is associated with heavenly attribute of justice. Right? Justice, the attribute of justice is just visited on that house, right? So we don't want to call for more justice. That's enough, right? As an attribute of judgment, the attribute of judgment, not just judgment. As the attribute of judgment is already extended over the mourner, we seek to avoid invoking it further. So, okay, and I'm going to explain right now what it means. We therefore refrain from reciting Tachanun. Mishnah Brura 131-1. So it says, how say you say when somebody in your close to you, like in your family, has lo aleinu lo lachem, or your friend lo aleinu, right? Somebody passes away, so we must understand there is a judgment against all of us, all of the people who close to that person. So the judgment is going on. It's not only on him, doesn't matter who he is, but on all of us, right? So meaning what? One of the things that our merits could not protect. So when Hashem takes somebody from this world, so he sees who is going to get upset. So he would keep some people, right? Because they're, I don't know, spouse or some friend or some big supporter of this rabbi, some like hero worker. Why? Why would he do that? Because he would not want to upset somebody else. Not because this person deserved, but because he would not want to hurt other person who does not need to be hurt. So basically, when somebody is taken away, basically we must understand the problem is us also. It's not only him. This person was taken, but problem also with us. So don't talk about judgment in that specific house. Okay.
Rabbi, but the thing is, what's it called? I have two questions then. Then what's it called? They're getting judged. Tachanun is supposed to be for mercy. It's supposed to
No. For mercy, you say different things. Here we were talking about, so you fall on your hand and you say there is a judgment. There is a judgment. That's it. So in that, the judgment already happened in that house. Don't invoke another judgment.
Well, what about Kaddish? Kaddish, we're also asking you to no.
No. Kaddish, you bless in Hashem for all of the good things that he does. That's
I'm not. I'm saying when the Mourner says Kaddish, right? Why is he saying Kaddish for his father?
For his father, but it says zero about his father in the Kaddish. It has zero about deceased. It's about Hashem, exaltedness of Hashem. So whatever he did, so basically, when the mourners say, I'm saying Kaddish for my uncle now, right? Who passed away and he was not married, he didn't have children, so there's nobody else. So I'm saying for him, right? So basically, so for Kaddish, so why saying Kaddish? So you're saying that I accept the loss. I accept so Lolin of like I think Abraham is saying for his mother Kaddish, right? So we say that I accept this person, somebody close to me was taken from this world, right? But I still continue to exalt, bless Hashem, no matter what. You understand? And it should be a merit since I'm given this opportunity. So I want to pass this merit to that deceased person.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because for sure the person is being judged, he needs all of the merits. So, and I'm saying, I'm standing here, I'm Shomer Shabbos, and this person affected me in whatever good way. For example, if it's mother, if it's father, so he did or she did all the good things to me. So this person gets rewarded. It's from me, saying Kaddish at that moment. You understand? So angels and Hashem is listening. I'm saying Kaddish. Who is this? For whom he's saying Kaddish? For that guy? For that lady? Unbelievable.
And very quickly, the story that you gave about Rav Elyashiv, right? You said that was the great. So
I think it's a fourth generation, basically.
Oh, so once it's great grand, right? The fourth generation, it's nothing anymore.
So yes. He said that there's no connection. Okay, so continue. Okay, so the Tachanun is not recited for 7 days. So somebody is sitting Shiva or somebody does not sit Shiva. I mean, if there is no Mourner, so there is no Shiva, basically. This applies even if even to the afternoon service on the 7th day of mourning. Okay. So so let's try to understand. Commentary. Although the actual period of mourning has been concluded after only a small portion of the days passed, it is considered a mourner's house until the 7th day is over. So basically, what they're saying, so Hashem is His mercy. So He said, like He's trying to give us the less mourning as possible. So when 7 days come, right? So like in the morning, the person has to sit maybe 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes, whatever, after the prayers, and he can stand up, and that's it. I don't remember exactly how long we require him to sit, but basically he does not have to wait until sunset, nightfall. That's it. Only a few hours, and it's continue as it's counted in the whole day. But in this sense, it's still considered the house of mourning. So if people come to his house to pray mincha for whatever reason, so they still don't save the Tachanun, which is good.
Rabbi, does Shiva start? Because obviously if they're davening in his house, they have to say Shemay Nezri. So does he daven Shemay Nezri sitting, or does he stand up?
Yeah.
Sitting.
Sitting, but you see the the mourner is allowed to sit, but he should sit on some like low stool, like on some like a stool, low chair. That sometimes they give in a funeral home, they give like rent, right? This low chair, or some people sit on the floor wherever they can. I mean, maybe if it's elderly people or people with a back problem, he would not be able to sit on the floor. So on a lower chair. Continue. It is customary for those who have prayed with the mourner that even upon their return to their home, they do not recite Tachanun. So basically, once when your obligation was to pray, you did not say Tachanun. So afterwards, you're not obligated to say.
Wait, Rabbi, does this also apply in a place with Simcha? Let's say Sheva Brachas. Let's say someone is having his Sheva Brachas.
Yeah. We didn't get to it. Yeah, but you're right. You're right. We don't say Tachanun there because there is Chassan and Kala. We're going to see why. Yeah, it's one of the next halachos, I guess. If there is a mourner in a synagogue, the members of the congregation are not affected by his presence and not following after him. And they recite Tachanun, however, the mourner does not recite it. So, okay, see below 214. Okay, so it's in the laws of mourner. Okay, so basically, it's very interesting in the psak. So when it's in his house, on his territory, so we go according to him. So in that house, we will not say Tachanun, which is, as we said, is called for judgment. But when he comes on my territory, on our communal territory, in a synagogue, so it's no longer it's about him, about his pain. He's not allowed or not obligated to say, but all of the other people should say. And how do you know that somebody is stupid? How do you know? How do I know? Right? When somebody starts laughing or like making joke that today is no Tachanun. Because people like Tachanun, we're going to learn, maybe not, maybe the Nazareth, it has like very like huge spiritual power to change things, right? As we said before, I think in the introduction, I said about this why Ashkenazim say wrong psuk in them and Sephardim don't fall on the hand, right? Because it's not for nothing, because it's such a great power, right? So people who giggle and today is no Tachanun, he's stupid. Okay. Any questions?
Yes. If 5 people, let's say there's a minyan, right? Not in the house of mourning, but in a shul, and 5 of the people are mourners, what do they do then? Nobody says Tachanun, or? No,
they do. We don't go, it doesn't matter how many mourners, we don't go by them, we go by the shul, by the place.
Mm-hmm. Even if the Chazan himself is...
He just waits. He waits until other people finish.
Okay.
So he cannot. You're right. Usually, this person. No. Actually, yes. This person can be a Chazan. You're right. This person can be a Chazan. If we're down in his house, he would lead the prayers. But in this case, in this specific case, it's a good question, good situation. So he's not going, as we just said, he's not going to say Tachanun. So like everybody would follow the hand, and they look at the Chazan, and he's I don't know, count the whatever he counts there, right? So it's not good. It's not good. So they would put as a Chazan somebody else. It's only for 7 days. That's it. So technically, the person is not allowed to leave his house. He has to stay in the house. So since he came like during the pandemic, right? So nobody's going to come. Somebody live in one bedroom, all of the 10 people are going to come to one, but nobody's going to do that. So people were forced, and I think they got permission from rabbis to come to the shul. There's no way for them to say Kaddish, basically, or pray. Okay, Israel, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. One thing, because I am little steps behind yet. Why the Mourner Kaddish is recited so often during the prayers? Sometimes even half Kaddish is recited. And the question is if is this something related to the continuous suffering of the Jewish nation?
Okay, first of all, half Kaddish is never recited by morning. Half Kaddish is recited by Chazan. It's a Chatzi Kaddish. It's a different story. It's not. So it's not. There are not so many Kaddishim. So, for example, in Shacharis, you say one after we finish Karbonos, you have Derabanan. Then we say do it Tikilim. We say another one, short one, and then at the very end, depends on the custom of the shul. You have after Alein L'Shabeach one, and after the Psalm of the day. So it's like 4 Kaddishim. That's it. In Shacharis, Mincha you have one. Marif you have one. That's it. It's not so many.
Yeah, I say because I thought maybe the morning Kaddish was if you will on demand.
What do you mean? I didn't get it.
That if somebody's mourning, then there is recited. But if nobody is mourning, no morning Kaddish.
Exactly. If sometimes there is no mourners, so nobody says it. So we just continue with the services. We skip. Right, you're right.
Right, to clarify, the Mourner's Kaddish is the very last Kaddish that we say, not like all the Kaddishim.
No. Whatever I mentioned just now, it's all Mourner's Kaddish. So on Mincha, exactly. So in Mincha, it's after Alein L'Shabeach. The last thing that we say is Mourner Kaddish. In Marif, also the last thing we say Mourner Kaddish. Two, right? I mean the two prayers, separate prayer. In the Shacharis, we start with a long Derabanan, right? Then we say shorter, a regular one, and then at the end, after Alein L'Shabeach, we also always say. So number 3, and after the Psalm of the day, it's 4. That's it.
Understood. So, but yes, those are all Kaddishim. But the last one after Aleinu.
No. All of them same status. I would say the Rabbanan, the first one is higher than previous one.
But the mourner himself is the one who has to say the one after Aleinu, no?
No, the mourners say all 4 of them.
Okay, got it. Understood.
So I mean, if you learn this halachas, so in olden days they were like separate people assigned. So only one person would say today. Everybody said. So today's situation is different. But in olden days they would go by preference. This person lost his mother. This has a yard site. Okay, and I'm not going to go to it.
Last thing. You said during Chakras that there are very few Kaddishim. I
4.
think
4. Yeah.
Really? I say you mean Yehesh me Rabbi? We say plenty of times, no?
No, the mourner say that many times that the Chazan say. The Chazan, I don't know.
Oh yeah, understood. Okay.
The mourner, so yeah, but the Chazan could be a mourner also. There is no contradiction. Yeah, but other people join only these 4 times. On regular day, on Shabbos there are more. But okay, continue. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Your question. Okay. Halacha number 6, and it says that Tachanun is not recited in a synagogue in which circumcision is taking place. So even though the circumcision would be later, so we still don't say Tachanun, or in a synagogue where the father of the infant, or the one who holds the baby during the circumcision, the sanda, or the moil, are praying. So basically, even the circumcision would be in a later on, even in a different day, in different place, let's say, right? So we still don't say Tachanun, but this person have to inform the gabbai or rabbi of the shul that I'm a sandak, I'm a moil, I'm this, or I'm the father of the baby. So people need to know. This exemption from the Tachanun applies even if the circumcision will be held in another house. So as we just said, it does not matter. It's we go by the person who is here, not by place. Actually, by place also. I apologize. By place also, we'll see. As they are principal parties to the circumcision, meaning 3 people, right? Meaning what? The father, the sandak, the one who holds the baby during circumcision, and Mourner. So 3 main figures. One more time. If they as their principal parties to the circumcision, their presence is a source of celebration. Thus, the minyan at which they pray is exempt from reciting Tachanun. So, let's see, continue. Okay, continue. Similarly, if minyan praying and mincha soros at home of the infant prior to the circumcision feast, during the circumcision feast, Tachanun is not recited there as well. So it's very interesting. So it was after they did the circumcision in the morning, but usually, especially in Israel, they have the celebration like in the afternoon. So people can come after work and stuff like that. So they would daven mincha before they start the seudah, right? The meal. And they don't say the Tachanun there either. Okay, which is good, I guess. To know, but because why? Because there is still a feast, right? There is still some celebration. However, if they pray mincha after the conclusion of Birchas Hamazon, okay, the Sefer, of the circumcision feast, they should recite Tachanun. Okay, so only until the mitzvah is done, or before the mincha, so that's when we don't say. But if after the whole celebration, if they ate, they said Birchas Hamazon, so we actually should say Tachanun. However, the father and sandak and moil should not recite Tachanun. So they're not already main figures because the celebration has passed, right? But for us, but for them, they don't say Tachanun. Even after Birchas Hamazon is said. So for them, there is no Tachanun for the whole day, because it is a holiday for them. Commentary. All of the celebration concludes for the guest with the recitation Birchas Hamazon at the end of the celebratory meal. For the principal parties, it continues until the end, the day's end. So, which makes sense. So, for all of us, it's only until the end of the Birchas Hamazon. I mean, technically, for all of us, I mean, in US, what we do, we say this: we do circumcision in the morning, have meal. So, I mean, if you go to normal shul, so you can go to work like half an hour late. Basically, you ate. Some people take together to go and stuff like that. So okay. So after you say Birchas Hamazon, that's it. So the way I understand, if you took it to go, that's it. For a mincha, you already say the Tachanun, unless your father or moil or Sunday.
Rabbi, so just to be clear, if it's, let's say, Shachris and it's at mincha, right? Let's say 3-4 hours in between, right? I don't say it by Shachris either.
Say it again.
If I'm the one davening with the sandak, okay, at Shachris, and let's say it's 3-4 hours before the bris, right?
Yeah.
I still don't say Tachanun?
Don't say.
Okay. So when we say at the day's end, are we saying at Ma'ariv? At Ma'ariv I do say it? Oh wait, no, never mind.
That means after they did the circumcision, that's it. It's not for us. There is no more holiday. I participated and they did my mitzvah. That's it. The boy was circumcised, but for him, if he's a father, it's continue the whole day. So it's different criteria. Yeah.
Can you have a circumcision at Ma'ariv or no? At night.
We have to see. I think at night we don't do, but maybe like before Chatzois, maybe after Chatzois a little. I'm not sure, but at night I don't think we do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not halach. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Over here, when we say day's end, we're talking about like a Jewish day, Ma'ariv.
Yes, yeah. So, but as we said, for me, since I was a guest, once they finished the Birchas Hamazon, that's it for me. Celebration ended. I went to different minyan. That's it. But for this guy, for the father, he went to different minyan. Let's say for mincha, right? So he does not say Tachanun. And we said I had these cases in my office where I used to work. So like people, many people from different companies and from different backgrounds. Basically, we hardly know each other's name. You understand? You know everybody's face, but you don't know their names. Okay, so it's very interesting. And people come and say, you know what, it was a circumcision today, so I didn't say Tachanun, so because of this and that. Okay, or here there were a few times when those people were mourners, and they were were chazanim, right? But the guy say, I cannot be chazan because today I cannot say Tachanun because today's was a bris of my son. Okay, so let's try to do one more. Halacha number 7. Similarly, Tachanun is not recited in a synagogue where the groom is present, right? That's our case. Groom is present. Throughout his 7 days of celebration, there is a days of Sheva Brachas. Okay. Provided that either the groom or bride was not previously married. Okay, so let's see commentary. If this is the first marriage of either of the bride or groom, they celebrate full 7 days of Sheva Brachas. So meaning that's something very new for them, right? If it's even one of them, maybe she was married and divorced, and for him it's the first marriage, so we still go by 7 days. Okay, continue. So in the presence of this person, this groom, right? Of course, I care about groom in the minyan. So we don't say Tachanun for 7 days. If whether she or he married for the first time. However, a widower who married a widow has only 3 days of celebration, and after the 3rd day, Tachanun is recited. That's basically the law. Okay, continue. On the wedding day, that's interesting. On the wedding day, when the group is present in the synagogue, during the morning service, Tachanun is recited. Very interesting. So usually people don't get married in the morning. So usually in the afternoon, closer to the night, so you can see the stars. Even if it's Sunday, nobody's in rush. So basically, proper way to do it when you see the stars, because stars it's a blessing to have many children. Okay. So one more time, in the wedding day commentary, this law applies regardless of whether the groom or bride was previously married. Okay, so basically it's a morning services, and they're going to get married, let's say 5 p.m., right? Let's say. On the wedding day, when the groom is present in the synagogue, during the morning service, Tachanun is recited. Okay. However, during the afternoon service, which is closer to the time of wedding ceremony, it's not recited. Okay, so let's read commentary and explain. See how Mishnah Berurah 131:21, who cites the custom Tachanun is not recited during the morning service on the wedding day. So I think that's more prevalent custom. I think what the Mishnah Berurah says. So okay, so basically, according to what Mishnah Berurah says, so we don't say Tachanun if there's a groom, so we don't have say Tachanun in the morning and afternoon. According to Kitzur, he goes a little stricter opinion. So he said that Tachanun is not said only on the afternoon. So and we can draw the parallel with Shabbos, right? On Shabbos morning, or Friday morning, we always say Tachanun. On Friday afternoon, the mincha doesn't matter whether even if you pray early mincha. So early mincha you can pray. I don't know, like today. Days, I don't know, maybe 12:40, around 1 p.m. So it's still before Shabbos, but you don't say Tachanun.
Rabbi, question.
Yeah, okay.
When we say Sheva Brachas and we say 3 days, does that 3 days include the day of the wedding or the day after the wedding it starts? After the wedding.
Uh-huh. 7 separate things. Okay, so I'm not sure if we can cover this because we have only a few minutes. Let's try. Let's try. See how it goes. So halacha number 8. Tachanun is not recited neither on Rosh Chodesh. Okay, that's what I said. Holidays. Rosh Chodesh is like semi-holidays. Nor on the 15th of Av. Nor on the 15th of Shvat. Okay, so let's stop here and go one by one. So it says Tachanun is not recited. Commentary. Due to the festive nature, each on its own degree of the days listed above. Tachanun is not recited on these days. There are various customs regarding additional days on which Tachanun is not recited, and each congregation should follow its own customs. See Shulchan Aruch, Mishnah Berurah. Okay, so let's see. The Tachanun is not recited neither on Rosh Chodesh. Rosh Chodesh is a new month, right? Nor on 15th of Av. So we have 9th of Av and we have 15th of Av, right? It's in the summer. Nor on the 15th of Shvat. So 15th of Shvat is a new year for the trees, right? I think it's approximately in January, right? So it says the 15th day of Av is described as one of the foremost days of celebration. Mishnah Tani. So it's like there were no I think the Mishnah said there were no happiest days in the Jewish history as I don't remember the second one, but 15th of Av is one of them. Okay. 15th of Av. The 15th of Shvat is a new year for the trees. See Mishnah Berurah, Rosh Hashanah, 1. So that's coming up soon. It is not recited on Hanukkah. Okay, as we just Israel told us, we don't say we didn't say on Hanukkah, and on the 2 days of Purim. So what is the 2 days of Purim? The 14th day of Adar and the 15th day of Adar, Shushan Purim. So all people celebrate. All people in diaspora, they celebrate. Let's say 14th of Adar, and the cities like Yerushalayim and Shushan and other cities that were surrounded by the wall on the time when Yehoshua ben Nun brought us to the land of Israel. So in those cities they celebrated Purim on 15th. So in the commemoration we don't say Tachanun on 14th and 15th. Okay, continue. And on 2 days of Purim Katan, 26. So during the Hebrew leap year, when an additional month is added to the calendar, there are 2 months of Adar. Purim is celebrated during the second month, Adar, the 14th and 15th day of the first Adar, although not actually days of celebration, nonetheless considered festive days. And they refer to the Purim Katan, minor Purim. Okay, so sometimes we have in our calendar we have 13 months, right? So the month that we double is called Adar. So they call Adar 1 and Adar 2, Adar Aleph base, right? So and the actual Purim, the Alush and Megillah reading festivities we do in second month. Because why? Because Gemara told us it's closer to the salvation, to the exodus from Egypt, right? That's which is the next month of Nisan. So, but still, okay. So still, we respect and we celebrate somewhat on the 14th and 15th in the first Adar. Okay, continue. It is not recited Lag BaOmer. So Lag BaOmer is to remind us is a 33rd day of Omer. Omer starts from a second day of the Pesach, right? 27.
Rabbi, I assume the holiday of Lag BaOmer is not because it's the 33rd day of the Omer, right? It's because Shimon Bar Yochai, right? Or Shimon Bar Yochai.
No, we're going to say no. Lag BaOmer, it's a 30 day, 33rd day. Lag BaOmer, it means 33rd day. That's what it means.
Yeah, but why is it a holiday? I'm saying it's not because.
Okay. So let's see. There is an explanation. The 18th of Iyar, the disciples of Rabbi Akiva died within the 33 days of the Omer. On the 33rd day, the dying stopped. That's the main reason. It is therefore a day of celebration. So if you go to Gemara, they explain there is a one straightforward explanation is that they died on on this day. Another explanation, they continue dying, but it started from this day, from then. By everybody agree that on that specific day, on Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of Omer, people did not die. Maybe they were buried the dead, but people did not die, which is a cause for celebration. Yeah, Israel.
Sorry, did you say that in the Omer count, the Tachanun is not recited?
No, on only one day, only on one special day.
Oh.
The 33rd day of the Omer. And as David told us, they celebrate the Yortz of Rab Shimon Bar Yochai, so it's a big celebration. They burn fires and stuff like that. Okay, so let's continue. So Purim Katan, we said, it is not like Omer, we said, not during the entire months of Nisan. So months of Nisan, when we have Pesach, so before Pesach and after Pesach, meaning it started from Rosh Chodesh Nisan, we don't say Tachanun 28, but during the dedication of the Mishkan, the Nisiim, leaders of the 12 tribes, brought offerings of the 12 consecutive days. So from 1st of Nisan, for 12 days, every tribe brought sacrifice. It's not sacrifices, what is it, like dedication, basically the gifts, right? Brought offering 12 consecutive days, one per day, beginning the 1st of Nisan, day of Nisan. There are 12 days, and therefore consider festivals. Since when these days are combined with days of Pesach, most of the day of the months are festival days, right? Those from 1 to 12, and those from 15 and for another 8 days, 7 days, 8 days. So the entire month is considered festive, and thus Tachanun is not recited the entire month. Mishnah Berurah, etc. Continue. 28. Continue. Not during the not on Tisha B'Av. Exactly as we said, not on Tisha B'Av. The 9th of Av commentary is deemed as a festival, Moed, right? That's continue, and not on the days between Yom Kippur and Sukkot. So also, like from Yom Kippur to Sukkot, we don't say, number 30 commentary. During this day, the first Beis Hamikdash was dedicated. Meaning when Shlomo HaMelech brought, he built this Beis Hamikdash, the first Beis Hamikdash. So it was dedicated this day, and even on Yom Kippur, they did not fast. On Yom Kippur, they did not fast. So they were eating and celebrating. So of course it was through the prophecy. I mean, we cannot allow such a thing, basically. But through the prophecy, they knew that that's what Hashem wanted. And nowadays as well, we are merely engaged in with preparation for the Sukkot festival during the time. Therefore, these days are considered festivals. Okay, meaning between Yom Kippur and Sukkot. Continue. Tachanun also is not recited from the beginning of the month of Sivan, right, until the Yisro Chag following Sukkot, the Shavuos, sorry. So Sivan is just to remind us that Sivan is a month when we receive Torah. Okay, come to Matan Torah, so giving of the Torah, is commemorated on Shavuos on the 6th day of Sivan. 6th day of Sivan. However, all as Jews arrived at Sinai on the first Sivan, and then became chosen people of Hashem, the days which led up to the Shavuos from the first Sivan through the 5th are considered festive days. So basically, we did not do, we were preparing ourselves. So Hashem said 3 days, but Moshe decided 4 days, right? I think that's or Hashem said 2 days, and Moshe said, so basically Moshe added 1 day to what Hashem said, and Hashem agreed with them, with him. He said it was proper to do that. Okay, we're almost done. So Tachanun is not recited beginning of the month of Sivan, so we said, and so Sivan is 6th of Sivan, we said is a Shavuos, and until the Yisro Chag commentary. The day that followed each of the festival, Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot is called Yisro Chag. So it's like the next day after holiday, it's still the festive atmosphere and stuff like that. So we don't say Tachanun.
Rabbi, does the same apply to Hanukkah or no?
No. Only as we said, Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot. Only these three. Only these three. Following Shavuos, and not on this Rochak, meaning after these three holidays. One does not recite Tachanun during the Mincha source preceding each of these days as well. So, for example, Lag BaOmer, like Mincha before Lag BaOmer, the day started at night, so we don't say Tachanun. However, although Tachanun is not recited on Erev Rosh Hashanah and Erev Yom Kippur, it is recited during the afternoon service precedes them. So before Rosh Hashanah, we do say Tachanun. On Rosh Hashanah, we don't say. On Erev Yom, on Yom Kippur, we say the long video. I mean, it's not a different text, but okay. So one more time. However, although the Tachanun is not recited on Erev Rosh Hashanah and Erev Yom Kippur, not recited, apologize, not recited on Erev Rosh Hashanah and Erev Yom Kippur, it is recited during the afternoon service that precedes them. So what does it mean, 24? There's the day that precedes Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. One more time. However, although Tachanun is not recited on Erev Rosh Hashanah and Erev Yom Kippur, so Erev, it means Mincha. It is recited during the afternoon service that precedes them. I'm not sure what it means. Moreover, on the Rosh Hashanah, the Tachanun is recited even during the morning Selichos. Okay, I mean it's on Erev Rosh Hashanah. One second. Moreover, on Erev Rosh Hashanah, Tachanun is recited. So okay, so they say in the morning we do say, in the afternoon we don't say. Well, let me just finish. Tachanun is recited even during the morning Selichos. So and the Selichos are additional prayers that we say. The different customs. So the Sephardim say from beginning of the El. Right, Ashkenazim say only 1 week before the holiday, whatever, how many days are there, from Shabbos until the holiday. One is Selichos that recited prior to Shacharis prayer. It is only afterwards during the Shacharis that is not said. Okay, I take it back. So when they say that, according to this, we don't say Tachanun on Erev Rosh Hashanah. Erev Rosh Hashanah, they mean the whole day. Meaning during the Shacharis and during the Mincha. It's a regular day, but it's Erev Rosh Hashanah, right? But during this additional prayers of Selichos, there is a Tachanun there. It's always there is a long video, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we can stop here. Go ahead. Questions?
About this, no, you answered it. What's it called? So I have a question for you, and that is about shaving. Okay.
Shaving, yes.
So let's say someone even uses a razor. Okay, but he only
he gives you a razor.
A razor. Oh, yeah. I'll finish. He uses a razor, but he only uses them on hairs that are like too long, not like on the face, right? But like he can pull it to the point where let's say it's 16 inches, right? And then that's it through the middle.
Yes.
Is that allowed?
No, it is allowed. It is allowed.
Oh, that's allowed.
So you can shave your neck with a razor.
So it's fine to shave your face with a razor as long as it's not on your face. It's not on
but it's you're right, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
But
so it's one of the 613 mitzvot that they say do not destroy the corners of your beard, and they say they point like 5. It's 5 places. So if you see in Rashi, so they two different opinions. I think of what Rashi said, and I don't remember whose opinion second, and maybe Tosafos or like it's so. Basically, we're not exactly 100% sure which opinion is correct. So technically, between these 2 places, you're allowed to shave, but maybe both of them are wrong, and maybe there is a third opinion. So that's why we don't shave at all with a razor. Because why? Because the razor destroys the roots of the hair. But all of this like electric shavers, like let's say, or trimmers, whatever we call it, so they work like a scissors, like this. So that's no problem. I mean, they don't never shave that close.
So let's say I'll give a better example then, because I'm not sure if my electric shaver is kosher. So it's fine if I do it the way I said it, though, where it's not like my face, right?
Yeah, but today it's simple to check if it's kosher or not.
How?
Okay, so I think that there's a website, koshershaver.com, where we can check. It's they're actually located in Lakewood, so they're not for profit people. And what they do, first of all, I think that there are a list of kosher shavers. So don't drive yourself crazy. It's actually good, like brand names like Philips and I don't know, starts with N. Basically, the top brands. So many models are kosher. So, but even if a person, let's say, he bought some like crazy fancy razor and it's not kosher, so you can send it to them, or you can watch video how to make it kosher. There is one clip that you have to remove from this head. That's it. Like sometimes 3 heads. So that's it. So that's how you can make it kosher. So I would say just buy kosher to begin with, and that's it. It does not cost much. Maybe $50, $40. I don't know, 60. I don't know. Yeah,
but even if you're a complete Amaritz, you can just like do it the way I said it, right?
Yes. There is no problem. So one more time, the problem is destroying the roots. In the way you said, you never destroy the root. It's too far from the root. But the sages were afraid to say, don't shave with a razor. But whatever you said, whatever you described is not shaving. It's cutting the hair. 2 different things. Shaving, it means clean. Cutting the hair, it's like you can cut, I don't know, 1/4 inch, you can 3 inches, it's a different story.
Understood. So if Israel doesn't have any questions, I'll let him ask. Afterwards, I want that thing for the phone.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Israel, go ahead.
I wanted to ask what if Selichos is mandatory on those days, or is midah hasidut?
It's not. So basically, okay. So here's the thing. So this Selichos before Rosh Hashanah, right? And we know in Rosh Hashanah we've been judged, and we know, all of us know that we were not on the best our behavior all this year. So you need extra mercy. So this Selichos is when you go to normal shul, if such a thing exists, maybe in Lakewood or some in Monsey. So basically, and then they pray normally. So it would take you maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, maybe more. The Selichos in non-normal places they finish in 15 minutes. You understand? But basically, you spill your soul, like your sorrow, and you understand what Hashem is doing, and you're appreciating Him and stuff like that. So I think it's proper thing to do. I mean, before the judgment day, right? Even if you go to the regular court, right? If you need to go to regular court, you are nervous, right? For even small fine, whatever they're going to do to you. So you're nervous. So you have to be nervous before the judgment day of King of the Kings. Understand? So Ashkenazim here got it easy. Usually Ashkenazim we learn with Abraham in our morning class. It's more stricter. Kashrus is more stricter. So Rambam said this. Shulchan Aruch said, yeah, I agree with Rambam. Rama said no. For us, we don't stricter. But here Ashkenazim say only like I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days maximum, I think, or 6 days maximum. But Sephardim say the whole month, 30 days. Okay, go ahead.
Also, I wanted to ask if did you say that a widow who marries a widow has only 3 days of no
3 days duration? Yes, because it's not first marriage. I think the same, if I remember correctly, I mean, it does not say here, but I think the same is for divorcee. If they divorce, so it's not basically, if it's not the first marriage, so that's what they do. I mean, I mean, it's they're excited, but not excited when somebody like married for the first time. I mean, it's just logical, understandable.
And the final question, but it will maybe require too much time, is what is a leap year?
Leap year, okay. So, what's that? Just quick. I want to give like a quick overview.
In the own Gregorian, I cannot.
No, it has nothing to do with Gregorian calendar. Okay, so so basically we go by the moon, right? By the moon. So the longest day is in a Jewish month is 30 days. So it's some of them 30, some of them to 29 days, right? So full months is 30 days. Diminished months is at 29 days, right? So altogether, when you go by moon cycle, I think if I remember correctly, it's 354 days in a month, right? 300. So it has 11 days deficient, right? Compared to the solar months. You understand? So that's why our sages decreed. So every 19 years, if I remember correctly, we add 7. Every 19 years, we said 7 leap years, like extra 7 leap years. We declare every 7 leap years when we add the extra months. Why do we need that? So if we don't do that, we'll be exactly like these Muslims, right? Not smart people. So they have this Ramadan. If you go, sometimes in the summer, sometimes in the winter, sometimes this. So because they don't have oral law, right? So, but we always adjust. Why we adjust? It says clearly in the Torah. Hashem said, in the months of the Nisan, in the springtime when I took you out of the Egypt. So meaning what, this springtime, this Nisan must be only in the springtime, right? Springtime, Nisan goes together. That's why sometimes when they see it's still winter. So today we have calculated calendar, but in the older days when we have some head and stuff like that, they would consecrate like every month, like this new like extra month. They call it intercalate, right? That is the new months, like manually, basically. They would 71 judge, we would come together, then deliberate and stuff like that. Then decide, okay, this year we're going to add an extra month. So today our calendars are calculated, so we know exactly which year is 13 months and which is a regular 12 months. Okay, that's like summary of our calendar. But I mean, I think in Kitzur, if Beezrat Hashem, when we're going to get to it on class 500, when he describes the calendar, it's mind-blowing how like he does like just a summary how this how all this, like there's so many moving pieces and they like fit perfectly together, right? So Beezrat Hashem, we're going to learn. Okay, any other questions? Oh yeah, David, I'm sorry. Yeah, you said. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Oh, at the very overview of the new Sefer Chofetz that article published, right? So over there, it says a few things about people who, like to study Gemara, so on and so forth. So it says that
like to study Gemara. Okay.
No, studies.
Okay, got it.
But isn't the best talking wise. Speaks, Lashon Hara a little bit, all of that. So over here it says, a person can complete all 6 orders of the Mishnah, as well as the entire Talmud, and do so many times over. But if his mouth is always open and he does not restrain himself from speaking about others, he will not find a single Gemara remaining to protect him. Each and every one will be contaminated by a spirit of Tumah and will be repulsive to behold. Right? And then the other thing that says is that one's Torah maintains its value only when one guards one's tongue. Otherwise, the Torah is considered worthless. Okay. And the last thing is that besides the prohibition of a person is guilty of when he speaks things forbidden by the Torah, he suffers another even more devastating loss. He loses the merit of any sacred word that he might speak later on.
I mean, the Chofetz Chaim is very straightforward to the point. I mean, it's like the way I see it, the way he talks, it's like a doctor. So he's a problem. If you continue eating the sugar, you continue eating the sweets or whatever, you have stage 3 diabetes. Guess what? You out in 3 months. You want to continue? Okay, go ahead. So that's why, like, the way I see it, right? If you embarrass somebody in public, right, and then he's a righteous person, or maybe he's not such righteous, but maybe they're not such a guilty. So all of your merits, in some way, they go to his account. I don't like him to begin with, so I would feel very bad if my merits would go to his account. You understand? So many times it's good. It's my personal approach to be selfish and that do not talk about them, right? Not to lose merits because of these people. They're low lives. Let them let Hashem deal with them, and basically just you use little me. Just stay away. That's my approach. Any other questions? Okay, no problem. So all right. So I just what you confirmed with David today. So many people confirm on one slice of the pizza we wash hands. So one rabbi, that very great rabbi, he said. I don't know. Okay, so basically, skip it. All right. So on one slice we wash hands because it's a meal 100%, and it's more modern kizai, it's a more modern kibeitza, and that's it. All right. Thank you very much.
Right. About a kibbutz, I'm not so sure about that, because in Rabbi Bauner's Kazai's book, right, it says that a piece of pizza is 8 or 9 kazaisim. So I don't think it's enough to wash. No, to wash you need two kazaisim. I mean two what's it called?
You just said that there is 9.
Okay, never mind. My bad. I wasn't smart. Okay, thank you.
Good night, guys. Until tomorrow, Beezrat Hashem. So tomorrow we're going to learn Hilchas Teshuvah, very interesting topic. Okay. Thank you for coming, and thank you for joining on time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good.